So there is something I want to share with you. I don't know who actually been listening to this, but it's actually something I learned from my mentor about a few years ago. It's something called, or something I would rather call, the frequency of unlimited access. Do you know that sometimes the reason why you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be, it's not because opportunities are lacking. It may simply be that your frequency is too low. Now, I want you to understand that your frequency is equal to your capacity. And the higher your frequency, the higher your capacity to attract wealth, opportunities, influence, networks, knowledge, and even value. And the lower your frequency, the lower your ability to access things. And that is to say, you begin to have limited access. It can be access to opportunities, access to knowledge, access to growth, and access to different things. And to easily understand this, think about water. For you to get water from the ground, you must be willing to dig, and not just dig, you must be willing to dig cheaper. And if you want an alternative, maybe to get water from the river or let's say the ocean, you must be willing to create a channel. And that is why in the Igbo adage, we say, Aware Gozo Yapata. That is to say, if you create a path for wealth, it flows in. But the problem is that many people often want results that their frequency cannot support. You want wealth, but you're not willing to grow. You want influence, but you're not ready to create value. You want power, but you're not ready to accept responsibilities. Or you are hoping to be successful, and yet you are not ready to make the necessary sacrifices. But the truth is that wealth obeys principles and not sentiments. So it's possible that your current frequency may be too shallow, or maybe you need to upgrade your frequency. More knowledge, better relationships, better connections, better networks, better exposure, and most importantly, deeper spiritual awareness. Because wealth, whether you like it or not, is spiritual. And again, you need to equally ascertain your level of discipline. Discipline is the process upon which your character is tested. So when you take a holistic picture, you will discover that possibly what you currently have may not be able to attract beyond this energy. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. They stop learning, they stop aspiring, they stop growing. And then they start wondering why possibly life stopped expanding. For you to have a better understanding of what this frequency of unlimited access is, let me paint this simple scenario or use this analogy. You are asking for an elephant, or you want to buy an elephant. And for you to get an elephant, you have to understand that an elephant is not an animal that can be domesticated. And if you must, have an elephant, you must first of all understand how big an elephant is and what is required to keep an elephant. The feeding, the space, the kind of environment that is actually required, and be willing to provide those environments for the elephant to come in. Failure to do that, you will definitely be asking for a weak one. Because when you bring in an elephant in an environment that is not conducive or that is too small to accommodate the elephant, you will end up probably destroying yourself, your neighbors, and probably the environment where you actually stay. Some people ask for lions in different things without first of all understanding that for you to actually keep a lion, you need to build a very huge cage, a very strong structure that can actually contain that lion. If you bring in a lion in an environment that is unprotected, that is unprepared, the lion will not just only devour you, and is simply going to devour people and everything in the neighborhood. So that is why you see a lot of people when they actually pray for something, and when it finally comes, he ends up swallowing them or he ends up destroying them. So if you want to unlock greater wealth, greater influence, greater opportunities, you must first of all be willing to expand your frequency in order to accommodate unlimited access. Because life will always respond not to what you desire or what you feel, but what you have become capable of attracting. So if this message actually resonates well with you, drop the word frequency on the comment section, like, share, and click the follow button for more information like this. I am Dr. Francis Jimenez.